Hello YouTubers! Today we're off to the Badenoch Grand Island Trail in the great Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're going to try to find out, what are the trails like? Is it worth the trip? We are the 906 Adventure Explorers. Come along with us and find out. Grand Island Trail is centrally located in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, just a few miles north of Rapid River. If you're coming up from downstate, you'll go across the bridge, then start heading west on US 2 till you hit Rapid River. Trailhead's just a few miles north on County Road 509. Well, today's adventure, we're going to check out and do a little pre-checkout, I guess, at the Badenoch Grand Island Trailhead. We'll be coming here in a week or so with the horses, so we're just going to check out the campground, see if we got room, what it looks like. The Grand Island Trail was actually, I guess, Native Americans. The Indians used it. The Noquets and the Algonquins used it to travel between Superior and Michigan, the two Great Lakes. The trail has just been here, looks like, from the early 1800s, and probably before that. Still here though. Now it's used for hiking and horseback riding. On today's Recon mission, I brought along two helpers, our great-granddaughter and Smems the adventure pup. One for security, just because you never know in the Northwoods when you might run across a bear, wolf, or a cougar, and the other one just because she's just so damn cute. I will let you decide which is which. Well, the campground's pretty nice. So far, the sights I've seen so far here, pretty deep. One thing I do notice is that there are no fire pits. Looks like a few people have made fire pits by just digging into the earth and making a hole. Some put some rocks around them, but most of them do not have any fire pits at all. Another thing I've noticed, there's no place to pick up any of your hay or the horse manure. They do have one larger site that looks like it's for a group. It does have a fire pit. Kind of a circular shaped one. You could get plenty big rigs into this one. All of them you can get, I think, pretty good sized rigs in. And it does seem to be some overhanging branches, but not too awful bad. Now, there is a hand pump for water for the horses. It's outside of the campground, maybe, a quarter mile away from where the campground starts, so you'd have to haul it back. And as you can see, it's non-potable. So you'd have to bring your own. Not a problem if you've got a camper, but... Well, enough of the recon work. It's time just to hook up and head on out. A little explanation here. We pull about a 34-foot fifth wheel, and we also take a second truck and pull the horses with that. So it's a good idea for us not to get into places that we can't get out of, is just to check it out beforehand to make sure that we have no overhanging branches that we can't get under, that the ground is fairly level. The trailer is not off-road ready, let's put it that way. So going out ahead of time, we just keep ourselves out of a lot of trouble that way. I pull the trailer up, girls come up afterwards with the second truck and the trailer and the horses and all their paraphernalia, hay, and water. No electricity either, so plan on bringing your generator. Sites are very shady, so solar is probably not going to be a real good option either. We had two sites, and the girls set up the paddock for the horses on one of the sites. And one of the horses was also celebrating a birthday, so the girls had a birthday party for them. Kind of a strange weekend. We were the only campers in the campground this weekend. We had the whole place to ourselves. Doesn't happen very often, but was kind of nice to this peace and solitude. The Grand Island Trailhead leaves right from the campground. The trail runs mostly north and south. Like we mentioned before, it was an Indian trading route connecting Lake Michigan to Lake Superior. So it's pretty much north and south. However, you can make some loops out of it by utilizing the National Forest Service roads. And you can loop around on yourselves and come back different ways than what you left. It's a mixture of single track, two rut roads, gravel roads. You'll find a little mixture of everything in there. It is in a very sandy location most of the way. There are some lower areas where you'll get into some rocks and some mud, but most of it is sand. Well, enough talking. We'd like to share some sights and sounds that we experienced along the Grand Island Trail, but stick around till the end. I'll share with you my thoughts as to whether is it worth it. Is it a good place to camp? What are the pros and cons of going to the Beatty Knot Grand Island Trail? Is it someplace that you might want to explore someday? What do we think? Grand Island Trail. Nice. Very nice. The trail itself can kind of get beat down into kind of like a U-groove type of thing from the horses. You just got to walk alongside it. Got to watch out for the horse poop too. Not a problem. Very well marked. Going to the little bridge there at Bill's Creek, that was cool. First time I've ever seen that. It's not that far from the campground either. Typical Upper Michigan federal forest area. Lots of planted red pines. Lots of blueberry bushes. Be a good spot to come for blueberry picking in the fall. I've done a lot up in this area, 509. Not right around in this area though. It's a very nice little trail. Give you my impression of the campground when we get back. It's a little different story, but it's not bad. Fills the purpose. Summertime, early summer, spring, bugs will carry you away. Prepare to wear lots of bug spray. This time of year, late summer, early fall, man, not a single bug out. It is awesome. And it's a warm day too. Very warm. We got, 75 right now for this time of year. It's awesome. We're back at the trailhead campground. Lots of nice long sites. Some smaller ones too, but the majority of them are nice and long. You can fit a big rig in there, a camping horse trailer, no problem. Fairly level, sands, roads. Sites are grass, not bad at all. A couple things that I really not cons, but it's just fire pits. There are no fire pits. You just kind of gotta make your own, as most people do, just out in the open here. Not ideal, but I mean it works. There's no horse manure collection spot. You're just asked to clean your site by throwing it into the woods. So the middle sites over here, back on this side over here, you can see where the horses have been, and they just fling all the manure into the woods. End of the season, it gets kind of thick. That would be the only con I would have for the campsite itself. On the roads coming in to the campsite, there's a very small gravel section if you got a RV that you're worried about. Trees overhanging can be an issue too. Just gotta be careful. There's a couple on the way out of the campsite you gotta watch out for, so you don't grab your air conditioning unit if you got a big unit or a big rig. And this is our site here. Second time we've been up here this year. Really, really good place for the horses. A lot of space. But we came up earlier in the week, me and the dog and Julie. Brought the Princess Castle up here, got it set up. And my daughter-in-law brought up the horses afterwards. Love this rig. A bit big for in here. Almost 34 feet long, but you get her in here just fine. All right. Is it someplace that I would recommend? The Grand Island Equestrian and Hiking Trail. I would say yes. Lots of pros to it. Big, large sites you can get big rigs on. They're level, great trail, water's available, plus it's free. Cons, no electricity. There's only one pit toilet on the property, very few fire pits, and no potable water. But other than that, we've been there twice this year, and I'm definitely going back. Well, that just about wraps it up for the Beatty Knot Grand Island Trail. I hope you enjoyed our video. And if you did, hit the like and subscribe button. There'll be more content to follow about DIY projects, equestrian and horseback camping, just camping in general and travel. We hope you all get out there and enjoy God's great green earth, and we'll be back again soon enough. Thanks again for watching.